Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, 1 dead, 4 injured in Trelawny crash. 1 man is dead and 4 others injured following a head-on crash involving 2 vehicles on the overhead bridge in Marthabury, Trelawny on Thursday afternoon. Preliminary reports indicated that the crash occurred sometime after 4 p.m. and involved a Toyota Isis and a Suzuki Grand Vitara. 5 people were transported to the hospital, where 1 was pronounced dead. The condition of the other 4 is not immediately known. Members of the Trelawny Police Division are investigating. More information will be provided as soon as it becomes available. Man charged for 2022 Morgan Lane Grand Spence St. Andrew triple murder. The police have charged a man over a gun attack in 2022 on Morgan Lane in Grand Spence St. Andrew that left 3 people dead and others injured. Charged with 3 counts of murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition is 33-year-old Orlando Grant, otherwise called Rufus, of Grand Spence Road and Vermont Avenue, Havendale, St. Andrew. The fatal shooting happened on Friday, April 1, 2022. The police reported that about 5:54 p.m., a group of persons were sitting on Morgan's Lane when armed men traveling in a motor car stopped and exited the vehicle. The men brandished firearms and opened fire at the crowd, injuring multiple persons before escaping the area in the said motor car. The police were summoned, and on arrival, several persons were seen with multiple gunshot wounds. They were assisted to hospital, where 3 persons were pronounced dead. Killed were 42-year-old Joseph Smith, otherwise called Joe, of Morgan Lane, 44-year-old Bamsha Miller of Morgan Lane, and 39-year-old Kevin Eddy, otherwise called Boomer, of Seaview Gardens, St. Andrew. On Monday, April 21, 2025, Grant was arrested during a targeted raid by the police. He was later charged on Tuesday, April 29, after a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. PNP MP hopefuls drag St. James Municipal Corporation to court over election poster purge. Jamaica's Supreme Court is being asked to quash a decision by the St. James Municipal Corporation to remove political posters of prospective candidates for the upcoming general election and to bar the local authority from taking any similar action. The 56-page claim was filed by the 3 People's National Party prospective candidates, Dr. Andre Horton, Senator Janice Allen, and Alan Bernard, on Tuesday, seeking judicial review of the St. James Municipal Corporation's decision to remove their campaign posters in the parish. They also want a review of the motion passed by the Finance Committee of the Municipal Corporation on April 9, 2025, prohibiting the display of advertising pending an announcement of an election, an order barring the corporation from interfering in the applicant's political advertising, and an order compelling the corporation to return, restore, and reinstate their advertising. Further, they want the court to mandate the reinstatement or return of posters the municipal corporation removed from locations across the parish and a declaration that it acted unlawfully. The 3 are also seeking general and aggravated damages. They argued that the political posters were mounted to advance their cause on the basis that there is a pending general election. They said by way of public pronouncement in the print media that they had realized that officers of the municipal corporation intended to remove their posters on the grounds that a date had not been set for the general election. They said that on or around April 5, approximately 15 of their posters were removed without any notification to them. Further, they said on April 9, a motion was passed at a finance committee meeting of the municipal corporation in relation to the prohibition and removal of the posters. The claimants said they were not aware of the meeting and were given no opportunity to participate or be represented. They asserted that the Town and Country Planning Control of Advertisement Regulation 1978 allows for the mounting of advertisements relating to a pending parliamentary election without the express consent of the municipal corporation. The circumstances reveal that the general parliamentary elections, which are constitutionally due by or before December 2025, must be pending, the claim said. It would create an absurdity not to accept this period for which a parliamentary election shall become pending, as advertisements are a natural part of a parliamentary campaign and form part of which a financial obligation to report would flow, it said. The three prospective candidates said the municipal corporation is one of 15 local municipalities, noting that none of the others have expressed the same interpretation of the regulation, one which lends itself to massive political interference and disturbance to the parliamentary candidates in the parish of St. James. They said that a municipal authority have provided no reasonable justification, such as public safety concerns, substantial harm to the local amenity, or obstruction, that necessitated the immediate removal of their political advertisements or signage without a prior notice or an opportunity for rectification. The three insisted that there is no alternative remedy available to them, noting that a judicial review is the only way by which they can seek redress. Given the public importance of the reliefs sought and the need for uniformity across the municipalities, this matter is best resolved by a judicial review court. Therefore, even if any alternative method of redress exists, judicial review is the most appropriate avenue. The municipal corporation's decision to remove political advertisements without a prior notice or consultation, despite less intrusive alternatives being available, constitutes a disproportionate interference with the applicant's democratic rights to political expression and participation. This unjustifiable and excessive exercise of statutory powers significantly prejudices the applicant's campaign, the claim said. Case against the driver in deadly Clarendon crash could be moved to circuit court. Consideration is being given for the case involving the driver of a vehicle in which two students were killed in a crash last year to be transferred to the Clarendon Circuit Court. Kerome Wint, 34, was further remanded when he appeared in the Clarendon Parish Court on Thursday. The matter was rescheduled for next Thursday, as the post-mortem reports are still outstanding, rendering the case file incomplete. Mr. Wint is facing charges of causing death by dangerous driving, driving without a road license, and having no insurance coverage following a crash that caused the death of Lennon High students Jodian Lodge and Richard Tullo in a crash on the Bustamante Highway last December. The students were passengers in Mr. Wint's vehicle, which collided with a Toyota Probox, a registered public passenger vehicle. The police say Wint was operating an illegal taxi. 3 other students were injured in the crash. Industrial action by fire brigade drivers and mechanics averted. Industrial action by drivers and mechanics at the Jamaica Fire Brigade has been averted following a meeting between their union and the management of the JFB to address the issue of outstanding salary payments. The Jamaica Civil Service Association met with the management of the JFB on Wednesday following the issuance of a 72-hour strike notice which took effect on Tuesday. The JCSA on Thursday said the parties reached an agreement that payments for extra hours worked will be instituted with effect from August 1, 2024 in accordance with the extra hours worked policy. It said calculations for these payments will be completed after the relevant data is submitted from the various JFB locations. All payments are scheduled to be made next month. Additionally, the JFB confirmed that the request for the upgrade in salaries was formally submitted to the Ministry of Finance and Public Service in line with the heads of agreement submitted by the union. The union says it now awaits the ministry's response and the implementation of the salary upgrades by May 31. The JCSA says as a result of the agreements from the discussion, the 72-hour strike notice has been officially discontinued. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.